I can start. I could say, from my vision, I would like to build a community where people don't have to, worry about housing and, the foundation of, their families, where we can put more emphasis into community building instead of kind of feeling like we have to work so hard just to pay bills and die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to build on Mayor Johnson, I think, it's a little bit of a cliche, but in my mind, it's kind of go from survival mode to thrive mode. How do we, free up people's both mind share and energy and even their physical health to not have to just literally keep the head above water, but get on the shore, think about what they can do for themselves, for their family, have a little energy to actually think about others around them. So much of why I think everyone feels so much pressure is when you've got to keep your own self and family literally alive, you just don't, you can't possibly do these other things. And so I think that's the opportunity. I don't think it's an accident, by the way, that the Hudson Valley is leading on this, because I think we have this kind of innate sense of this going back to our roots. And I think it's cool that, to your point, Keiko, that two of the 40 or so in the country are right here. And hopefully we'll have more.
I also think it's interesting to look at what the other pilots have already demonstrated and what kind of foundation they are currently building. In Stockton, they just released their kind of first year report, and they were showing that they had increased mental health, that people were able to pursue jobs that really grew their career. And so I think the proof is in the pudding, right? And we're hoping to see the same things here, and hopefully, continue to grow that ability.
Mm-hmm. I think also to sort of destigmatize some of the current systems that are supporting people, that I don't know, how many folks realize just what, how dehumanizing it is for somebody to have to go and engage with the current social safety net and the long times that folks have to wait and the restrictions in place. I think the video demonstrated that really well. And then sort of the financial freedom and flexibility that UBI offers on the other end of the spectrum. I think that's one of the really amazing things about this approach is just the dignity.
I think that's a great point, Jenny. I also think that, right now, it seems like society values, people flipping hamburgers more than they do staying home with your children or taking care of your sick parent or, working on community projects, helping with the climate. So I think, I imagine a future in which everyone supports one another, supports their families, are free to make decisions as Mayor Johnson said, as to where they live, how they work, where they spend their time. If somebody is passionate about music or art, let them have the ability and freedom to be able to pursue their passions. We can have an amazing renaissance and also think about the businesses that could be started. There's so many dreams that people have that have been just sort of snuffed out by sort of the day-to-day grind of an existence, and just to be able to unleash the power of what we all can do, I think could be magical.
Yeah. And I just wanted to build on that point too from Susan, because I think maybe part of the reason the Hudson Valley is embracing this, I believe, is that to be a little bit more, to put the kind of economic lens on this. Right now, so much of our economies, and I think it's similar in a lot of Columbia County, are these service-driven, low-wage paying jobs that aren't benefiting really many of the people who actually live here and are working in those jobs. And by implementing something that gives people that slack and that opportunity to think and be creative and try something new, it could actually position us to sort of move into this next phase of whatever our economy is going to look like and be leaders in it, and actually have new businesses start, new not-for-profits or organizations, or even new models of how to provide, you know, services and earn a living. I mean, I think we all recognize, and Andrew Yang has been so eloquent about this, that we're in this fundamental sort of economic paradigm shift moment, and this could actually fuel the ability for new ideas. And that's a very, like, that's just a kind of a pragmatic economic argument, in which there are many of, for guaranteed income or basic income. So I'm excited about that, as well as we see creative people come up with things none of us would have ever imagined, with the freedom to now do it and the economic security to do it.